who do you think won't be on the team next year? Let's start with Brady. Is Brady playing next year, in your opinion?
Right now, I think so. But I don't think that that's 100%.
Okay.
Now, like anything else, I think how the next 2 months go are going to affect how he thinks about this. I would say that I think he'll play next year, but there are moving parts there, and so one of the moving parts is his contract. Are they going to be willing to extend him past 2019? And that's an open question. What's the team around him going to look like? Are they going to go into 2019 with Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski? Those are open questions. And are they going to be more aggressive in pursuing veteran receivers? Yeah, I just think that there are a lot of moving parts there. And when these guys get to the end of the year, they're beat up. It's a long season. How do they feel about the season that just went down? How do they feel physically going forward? I think it's something that on a year-to-year basis, when you're that age, it's basically unprecedented what he's doing, you've got to consider. So I think his intention right now is to play in 2019, but my belief is there are just so many moving parts there that it's hard to say anything with complete certainty.
Yeah, and then I wonder about Gronk. He just looks like he's Herman Munster trying to run down the field. He doesn't look comfortable, doesn't look healthy. I know he had a touchdown reception, but Edelman looks not average, but he's not explosive the way he once was. You got Hogan in there. I think, Gordon has been good, but I don't know if he's there for the long haul with the Browns. Then you look at the defense. Who's their impactful defensive player there? Who's the guy that you go, that's who we rely on or we build around? And they just don't have that. So it feels like they're vulnerable, even though they're going to be one of the top seeds in the playoffs. Yeah,
and I think that when this team has been in trouble in the past, it's when they become overly reliant on Brady and Belichick. And look, those guys are great. I mean, there's no question that both of them are going to be in Canton, and I think you make very real arguments that he's got the best coach of all time and the best player of all time there. And I think on a pretty consistent basis, they've been a ticket to 11 or 12 wins a year without even considering what's around them. I think what's bitten them in the playoffs in the past is when they've had teams that have been overly reliant on those two. And that sort of feels like what this is. If you watch the game against the Jets on Sunday, everything looked hard, right? Everything looked hard.
Yeah.
And they didn't really break out till the end of the game. And so much of it was dependent on, can Brady put the ball in a tight spot to Gronk? Can Brady put the ball in a tight spot to Edelman? Can they do anything to loosen the Jets up? And then on defense, like you said, there aren't a lot of difference makers. So I think Belichick's the guy who becomes the difference maker there. Are they too reliant on Brady to make it work on offense and Belichick to make it work on defense? I think that's the question you got to ask going forward. It's hard to bet against them in January and February based on the track record. But I don't think that this is the team that it was in 2016. I don't think this is the team that it was in 2014. And it's certainly not the team that they, had, 10, 15 years ago when you had all those big names on defense. And so it's definitely a different dynamic there. And again, I think you look at the team now and you see the team struggling a little bit to find itself. And then you think of the challenges ahead in 2019, and it certainly looks like this could be their last best shot.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.